The development timeline of the Nintendo DS was marked by several key milestones, from its initial concept to its release. Here's an overview. Early concept, 2000 to 2002. 2000, the first ideas for the Nintendo DS began to form. Nintendo was working on the successor to the Game Boy Color and Nintendo 64, seeking innovation that would set it apart from competitors like the Game Boy Advance and Sony's PlayStation Portable. 2001, the concept of a handheld with dual screens emerged, along with the idea of a touchscreen. These features were aimed at offering more interactive gameplay. Prototype and development, 2002 to 2004, 2002 to 2003. Development teams within Nintendo started working on hardware prototypes. The original DS design featured two screens, one of which was a touch-sensitive screen, which was a relatively novel feature at the time. The device was also intended to have wireless capabilities for multiplayer gaming. 2004, the project was officially revealed to the public under the codename Nintendo DS. Nintendo began to demonstrate the new device and its innovative features at trade shows like E3 2004. Launch and release, 2004 to 2005. 2004, the Nintendo DS was officially announced, and the first promotional images and videos were released. Its dual screens, one of which was a touchscreen, were a highlight, as well as the potential for wireless multiplayer gaming. November 21, 2004, the Nintendo DS launched in Japan, followed by releases in North America on November 21, 2004, and Europe in March 2005. Post-launch updates, 2005 to 2006. After its release, Nintendo continued to refine the software and hardware. It launched additional models such as the Nintendo DS Lite, released in 2006, which featured a slimmer design, brighter screens, and improved battery life. The DS went on to become one of the best-selling consoles of all time, with a lasting impact on portable gaming. 4.0 Mini. The Nintendo DS Lite, an enhanced version of the original Nintendo DS, was released by Nintendo in 2006. Here's a development timeline. 2004, a initial release of Nintendo DS. The original Nintendo DS debuted in November 2004, featuring a dual-screen design and touch capabilities, but with a somewhat bulky form factor and a relatively dim screen. 2005, a development of DS Lite. As the Nintendo DS gained popularity, Nintendo began work on a more compact and stylish version with a brighter screen and improved features. Early 2006, a prototype and refinement. Prototypes for the DS Lite were developed, focusing on refining the hardware to address some of the complaints about the original DS, such as the dimness of the screen and the overall size. January 26, 2006, a official announcement. Nintendo officially announced the DS Lite in Japan. The redesign included a slimmer, sleeker body, brighter screens with adjustable light settings, and improved battery life. March 2, 2006, a launch in Japan. The DS Lite was launched in Japan and quickly became a commercial success due to its appealing design and enhanced functionality. June 11, 2006, a launch in North America. The DS Lite was released in North America, receiving positive reviews for its design and usability improvements. June 23, 2006, a launch in Europe. The DS Lite was released in Europe, continuing its global success and further solidifying the DS family's dominance in the handheld market. 2007 to 2011, a continued production and variants. Over the years, several colors and special editions of the DS Lite were released, and it continued to be a popular system until the release of the Nintendo DS in 2009. The Nintendo DS Lite is considered one of the most successful iterations of the DS family, and it remained in production until 2011 in some markets. 4.0 Mini. The development timeline of the Nintendo DS, the third iteration of the Nintendo DS handheld gaming console, spans several years from its inception to release. Here's an overview. 1. Pre-development and conceptualization. 2006-2007. 2006, Nintendo began work on the next iteration of the Nintendo DS following the success of the original DS and the DS Lite. Initial plans were to improve the hardware while keeping the same dual-screen design. 2007, as part of their strategy to continue evolving the handheld market, Nintendo started focusing on adding more multimedia features to the DS, with the intention of appealing to a broader audience beyond gamers. This included the introduction of a camera and better connectivity. 2. Development and hardware design. 2007-2008-2007. Key development began, with engineers working on the improved hardware for the DS, including a larger screen, enhanced processing power, and the integration of new features like cameras. 2008. It was during this year that Nintendo solidified its direction for the DS, choosing to focus more on online features and downloadable games via the DS Shop, a digital marketplace for the system. 3. Announcement and reveal. 2008 October 2, 2008, Nintendo officially announced the Nintendo DS in Japan. They revealed that it would feature a 0.3 MP camera, an SD card slot for storing data, and a new digital storefront for downloading games and applications. 4. Prototype testing and refinement. 2008 to 2009. Late 2008, Nintendo conducted extensive testing of the DS's hardware and software features, refining the camera functions, audio playback, and the system's online features took priority. Early 2009, Nintendo finalized the design of the DS, ensuring that the unit would have more multimedia features, including the ability to download music, games, and other content directly to the handheld system. 5. Release of the Nintendo DS. 2009 November 1, 2008, the Nintendo DS was released in Japan, marking the official launch of the handheld console in its first market. April 5, 2009, the DS was released in North America. April 21, 2009. The European release followed shortly after. The DS included new features such as 2 cameras, one on the front and one on the inside, a larger screen compared to the DS Lite, and an updated operating system with a new DS menu. The DS Shop allowed users to purchase downloadable titles like DSiWare, and the console was also compatible with previous DS games. 6. Post-release. 2009 to 2010. After the DS's release, Nintendo worked on expanding its digital content offerings, including additional apps and games for the DSiWare platform. The success of the DS led to the introduction of the Nintendo DS XL in 2009, a larger version of the handheld console aimed at a different demographic. 7. End of the DS's life cycle. 2010 to 2011. As the 3DS was in development and preparing for release, the DS gradually phased out, with the 3DS being its successor. However, the DS remained relevant for a time due to its strong catalog of downloadable games. The DS represented a shift toward a more multimedia-focused portable device, paving the way for the future of handheld gaming with the Nintendo 3DS. For many, the Nintendo 2DS was developed as a budget-friendly alternative to the Nintendo 3DS, aimed at younger audiences and those seeking a simpler handheld gaming device. Here's an outline of its development timeline. 1. Initial concept and development, 2012-2013. Early 2012, Nintendo began to develop a non-3D variant of the 3DS to target younger audiences who were not yet ready for 3D gaming or did not want to pay for the 3D feature. 2013, the development process progressed under the codename 3DS Lite, focusing on a device with similar functionality to the 3DS but without the 3D screen and with a simpler design. The idea was to make it more affordable and user-friendly for families, particularly those with younger children. 2. Announcement and release. 2013, E3 2013, the Nintendo 2DS was officially announced during E3 2013. It was revealed as a more affordable version of the 3DS, featuring the same software library but without the 3D screen and with a more robust, slate-like design. September 2013, the Nintendo 2DS was released on October 12, 2013, in North America and on November 8, 2013, in Europe. It retailed at a lower price point than the 3DS, starting at $129.99 in the U.S.3. Post-launch, 2014-8 2017-2014, the 2DS continued to see success as a more affordable option for families. It supported all 3DS games, with 2D graphics, and could connect to the Nintendo eShop for digital purchases, further solidifying its place in the Nintendo handheld family. 2017, the 2DS remained part of Nintendo's handheld offerings even as the Nintendo Switch was released, though it was slowly phased out as the Switch grew in popularity. However, the 2DS XL, released in 2017, was introduced as an upgraded version, which featured a clamshell design similar to the 3DS. 4. Discontinuation, 2019. The Nintendo 2DS was officially discontinued in 2019 as part of the shift towards the Nintendo Switch and the closure of the 3DS handheld console line. This timeline shows the 2DS's journey from concept to discontinuation, highlighting its role as an entry-level console aimed at broadening Nintendo's handheld market reach. For many, the new Nintendo 3DS family refers to the updated versions of the original Nintendo 3DS, featuring more powerful hardware, additional buttons, and improved 3D functionality. Here's the development timeline for the new 3DS family. 1. Initial concept and development 2013-2014-2013. As the Nintendo 3DS continued to sell well, Nintendo started working on an upgraded version of the system that would address some of the original hardware's limitations, such as the 3D effect being difficult to view at certain angles, and the system's performance in handling more demanding games. 2014, the development of the new 3DS began, with improvements to hardware performance, design, and new features in mind. 2. Hardware design and features. New 3DS improvements. Enhanced 3D technology. The new 3DS featured improved 3D with face tracking, allowing the 3D effect to be visible from a wider range of angles. Improved performance. A more powerful CPU enabled the new 3DS to run more demanding games and provide a smoother experience. Additional controls. The inclusion of an extra C-stick, similar to the right analog stick, and additional ZR shoulder buttons provided a more comfortable control layout for more complex games. NFC support. Built-in support for amiibo figures was added, allowing users to scan amiibo figurines directly into games. Micro SD slot. The new 3DS also switched to a microSD card slot, from the standard SD card on the original, offering easier expansion of storage. 3. Official reveal and release, 2014. August 2014, Japan. The new Nintendo 3DS was first revealed in Japan during a Nintendo Direct presentation. Nintendo announced two versions, the new Nintendo 3DS, standard size, and the new Nintendo 3DS XL, larger size. October 2014, Japan. The new Nintendo 3DS launched in Japan on October 11, 2014. 2014. Other regions. The new 3DS XL was released in North America and Europe in February 2015, with the standard-sized new 3DS following later that year. Europe received the new 3DS family in February 2015, with North America getting the new 3DS XL in February 2015, while the standard-sized version followed in September 2015. 4. Enhanced software and backward compatibility software improvements. The new 3DS systems featured exclusive titles that required the improved processing power, such as The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask 3D, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, and Fire Emblem Warriors. The new 3DS could also handle more complex games that the original 3DS struggled with, like Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS, which had additional features on the new 3DS models. 5. Ongoing updates and support. 2015-2017-2015-2017. As the Nintendo Switch was revealed in 2017, the new 3DS family continued to see game releases and system updates. However, it was clear that the Switch was intended to be the successor to both the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. leading to the eventual cessation of new models in the 3DS family. End of production. The new 3DS family saw its final hardware updates and game releases around 2017 to 2018, though support for the system continued through software updates and games. 6. Final stages and transition to the Nintendo Switch 2017. By the time the Nintendo Switch launched in March 2017, the 3DS family, including the new 3DS, began to be phased out as Nintendo's main portable system. Nintendo focused its efforts on the hybrid nature of the Switch, which offered both handheld and console gaming experiences. 2020, Nintendo officially announced that it had stopped production of the 3DS family of systems. By then, the Switch had firmly established itself as the primary gaming system for Nintendo, and the 3DS was no longer being actively developed or supported with new hardware. Key models in the new Nintendo 3DS family. New Nintendo 3DS Standard, released in 2014, Japan, and 2015, rest of the world, with a compact design and the added control features. New Nintendo 3DS XL, released alongside the standard version in 2014 in Japan, and early 2015 in other regions. It featured a larger screen and was the more popular version. New Nintendo 2DS XL, released in 2017, a non-3D version of the new 3DS XL that was more affordable, targeting a wider audience. The new Nintendo 3DS family ultimately gave the 3DS a second life, enhancing its features, improving game compatibility, and providing support for a wider range of games until the Switch era began. For many,